Minutes ago, a springtime Atlanta tradition got underway in Midtown. And of course, we were talking about the annual Dogwood Festival at Piedmont Park. Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm is live there right now. Rebecca, it is a very popular three-day festival in Midtown. So what can you tell us?
Well, Lana, you know, this is the 88th year of the Atlanta Dogwood Festival. Weather-wise, it really doesn't get a whole lot more perfect than this. Look at that. We've got a lot of activity behind us. They're still setting up a few tables, but we've already got some folks here for the Dogwood Festival. The only thing anybody here is worried about is what our meteorologists have been warning us about, those wind gusts we're expecting this afternoon. When you make a living selling your artwork, your creations at festivals, you've got to be prepared for anything Mother Nature throws at you.
I've seen tents completely demolished, crumpled in, completely gone, like obliterated. I've seen tents in ponds.
Caleb Barnaby is a traveling jewelry artist. He's at the Atlanta Dogwood Festival for the first time. He says his jewelry might sway a little with today's wind gusts, but he's not too worried about it. The displays he uses are quite heavy.
Well, as you can see, I have serious weights on my tent. I come prepared.
This festival has had its share of wacky weather. Executive Director Brian Hill remembers one year it snowed.
In April, we got up on a Saturday morning and we come out and we look up and we go, we've got rain insurance, but we certainly don't have snow insurance. We were just amazed.
This weekend, lots of sunshine is expected. The popular Kids Village is back, all the food stations you can imagine, and we'll see a variety of musical performances, including a special one Saturday night.
Changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same.
Because of the passing of Jimmy Buffett, we've got the official oldest running Jimmy Buffett tribute band that was actually authorized by Jimmy Buffett himself, and it's going to be Atlanta Readaville.
A little twist on the famous song Margaritaville. Now, if you were a Buffett fan, you'll also remember the song Cheeseburger in Paradise. Well, I have learned that the VIP tent is going to have what they're calling Cheeseburger on 10th Street. Little twist on that song too. They're having a good time with that. The Dogwood Festival runs through Sunday, and we've got exact times on our Atlanta News First app. Live in Midtown at Piedmont Park, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.